Swansea's John Toshak tonight has the kind of pressure any manager would welcome. Top of the First Division and the first Welsh club to hold that elite position in more than 50 years. Cardiff City were the last way back in 1924. Swansea came from behind to win 2-1 at Stoke with goals by their two former Everton men, Gary Stanley, who'd come on as substitute, and Bob Latchford. But not before manager Toshak had roasted his players when they were one down to a Peter Griffith goal at half-time. The Swansea manager told his men, unless you pull yourselves together, you might as well come and sit with me in the dugout in the second half. It obviously worked, and there's Swansea at the top, a point clear of Tottenham, who moved into second place with a fine 2-0 win at Sunderland. This morning's leaders, Ipswich, dropped to third after their 2-1 defeat at Everton, and Nottingham Forest move up a couple of places to fourth following their 2-1 victory over Coventry. West Ham lost the First Division's last unbeaten record, going down 3-2 at Aston Villa. A change of heart by referee Norman Glover cost West Ham their proud record of not being beaten in 28 league games since Boxing Day last year. West Ham were only a goal behind when referee Glover awarded them a penalty for hands, but then changed the decision on the advice of a linesman. So West Ham are now joined on 17 points by Manchester United, who drew at home with Birmingham. Two players scored twice in the First Division. Southampton's Kevin Keegan in the 3-1 win over Notts County, and Ian Wallace as Forest won at home against his former club, Coventry. Keegan's now scored 11 this season, and that's the scoring form England need in next month's World Cup tie against Hungary. Wallace took his total to 9, but tonight it's reported that Forest manager Brian Clough is looking for even more strike power, with an interest in Norwegian Pal Jakobsen, rated at £400,000 by his club Vålerenga. Another man who scored against his old club today was Jimmy Case of Brighton, who came back from 3-1 down to draw 3-3 with Liverpool. Jimmy clearly remains a Liverpool fan, and he'll travel with a party of Anfield supporters to Holland next week to cheer his old mates in their European Cup tie against AZ Alkmaar. One of them, Kenny Dalglish, scored Liverpool's first goal today, and remarkably that was his first in the league for 11 months. Meanwhile, manager Bob Paisley goes to Holland tomorrow to see Alkmaar in action against Feyenoord in Rotterdam. The best scoring feat today came in the second division, where Steve White hit 4 of Luton's 6 goals against Grimsby. Luther Blissett got the 2 goals, which saw Watford win at Cambridge and keep the pressure on Luton at the top of the table. Both clubs have 22 points, 3 ahead of Oldham, who won 2-1 at Rotherham and are now the league's only unbeaten club. They have a match in hand as well. Sheffield Wednesday, also on 19 points, dropped to 4th following their 3-0 defeat at Charlton, where Paul Walsh got a couple of the goals. As in Division 1, there are new leaders tonight in Divisions 3 and 4. Swindon won 4-1 at Bristol Rovers to go ahead of Chesterfield in Division 3 on goal difference. Chesterfield lost 2-1 at home to Southend, with Danny Greaves, son of the famous Jimmy, scoring the first and laying on the second for Terry Gray. In the 4th Division, Bradford City go 3 points clear following their 2-0 win at Northampton. Roy McFarlane's club currently have the best record in the league, 8 straight wins. Both Blackpool and Bournemouth lost their unbeaten records, and both clubs had a player sent off.